Okay folks, so welcome back for another video. So we are up and running with the lagoon. It's actually running with water now and salted up with Sea's Coral Pro. It's been about just over a week or so since my last video, just showing you the tank for the first time. So I thought we'd get it filled up, salted up and running and get the cycle started, which I'll go into in a minute. And so the first time I filled it up, and I'm really excited to get the return pump on for the first time, just getting it turned over to see how it runs and looking at the dynamics of how we're going to run the rear chamber. And first big problem. So like I said, if you've watched my last video, absolutely chuffed with this tank, really impressed with the build quality in every way really. Just couldn't wait to get it filled and get it running. Now it comes with the stock return pump is a Innovative Marine Mighty Jet, which is about 1,200 litres an hour, controllable with a little controller. Never used one obviously, and obviously really excited to get up and running. So plugged it all in, and annoyingly I was like, oh, first big problem, why haven't we got any power? Not running at all. So fiddling about with the cables as you do, and annoyingly discovered that there was a problem with the power supply to the controller where the pin connection is. It's obviously broken inside, but I did actually manage to get it. I sort of bent it and sort of put pressure on it, and it came on. So I could actually get it running, but every time within a minute or so of taking my sort of hands off the cable, it would shut off and stop. So that was really annoying. So faulty pump or faulty power supply pin. So the first thing I did is phoned Charterhouse Aquatics, which are their exclusive dealers for these Innovative Marine systems, explained the problem, and they were absolutely brilliant. Straight away sent me out a new power supply, a new controller. They also sent me out a whole new pump as well, just in case there was something wrong with the pump. Come next day as well, so thanks Charterhouse for that. So yeah, new pump came. The first pump, the original pump, wasn't, when I could get it working, I wasn't that impressed with the noise from the thing. It was quite whiny. So I was hoping and praying that the replacement pump, power supply and controller would not only work, but be silent as well. But annoyingly, it was quite loud, as quite fussy when it comes to noise from pumps and equipment. So I just wasn't happy with it. I also wasn't very happy with the amount of flow that I was getting, the turnover flow onto the overflow pads. So I decided to beef up the return pump, go for something a little bit more powerful. And here it is. We went for the TMC 2,000 litres an hour, so that's nearly twice the amount. So we can get some good turnover through the sample. I can sort of run it how I want. I mean, I've got it in full chat here, which is probably how I run it all the time. But it's just nice to get any detritus up and get the tank clearing quickly. So yeah, it's impressed with that little pump. I say little, it's slightly bigger than the stock Mighty Jet, but yeah, I'm glad I did that little upgrade. So I just wasn't happy with the standard Mighty Jet, too noisy, and just wasn't enough kick to it. But this TMC is whisper quiet. I mean, you literally cannot hear it running whatsoever. So you've got the twin overflows here, and they go down through some mountain tree biological filtration, which I always use. I'll go into greater detail obviously in later videos, but and then we've got a big bag of Seachem's Matrix there, which I haven't used before. So I always like to use a couple of different types of biological media. And into the centre section here, where the return pump is, into twin outlets. Split on a Y-piece pipe there. This side, the same again. And we've got the protein skimmer here, which I'm yet to turn on. and run properly. Obviously the tank's cycling, there's nothing in the tank, so it doesn't need to be on. We've got our ATO, a D&D ATO here all set up, and our temperature controller by D&D. So we're getting there. This is bar a doser, the system's sort of pretty much built and there's no wave pumps yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. But yeah, so inside the tank we obviously have our real reef rock. And the sand, I do like to do something new every time I set up a new reef tank. And I've tried pretty much every sand there is under the sun. But this tank I wanted to try something different. And this sand is by Seachem, and it's called Meridian. Let's grab the bag actually so I can show you it. Really hard to get hold of this stuff. There's only one place I could find it online, and that is from a company called Pro Shrimp. So I'm not quite sure what the deal is there, but because you can get that other Seachem stuff from sort of pretty much anywhere. But this actual sand is just a really nice grain size. It's small and it's just got the perfect colour. When the lights are off, it's like a very, well, it's like that sort of colour, like a vanilla-y sort of tan to it. Didn't want nothing too white, but obviously under lights it brightens up lovely. And it doesn't blow about really too much. Obviously we haven't got any wave pumps on yet, but yeah, so far so good. We got over on the little cube, we've focus, we've got the same sand in here, and yeah, with this wave pump in the corner, so you get a little bit of blow there, but it seems to stay in place. I actually got a coral in here now, tester coral, bit of pulse coral, doing really well. Just moving on to cycling quickly. This is a bigger recommendation here. This is the third time I've used this now. Well, my son's used it as well. So good. Follow the instructions, you can have fish in within 8 days. We decided to sort of skip a few days, should I say. You get a nitrate, honestly, this stuff's so good. You get a nitrate reading on sort of day 2, 3, sort of 10 ppm. By day 4, you've got 20 ppm and your ammonium nitrate zeroed out. So I'd happily put fish in on day 5. So we're on day 6 now. So we're just going to do a big water change, get rid of all that nitrate, and we're going to do a transfer. I'll just quickly show you in the cabinet. So this isn't how it's going to end up. We've still got a lot of work to do down here, tidying stuff up, but we've got our ATO tank here. I'm hoping to get a new ATO tank from a friend of mine, and a net cover. The tank comes with stock net cover. So London Aquatic Design hopefully will sort me out with one of their awesome covers, and we're looking to get one of their ATO tanks. They do some really nice stuff. It's all London Aquatic Design. Check out the website. The stuff he's doing, some really good stuff. I know they're very, very busy. They're in great demand for all their stuff at the moment. So yeah, that's inside the cabinet. Yeah, I'm really happy. Things are moving at a fast pace. I'm happy the cycle was quick. We can do the transfer from the holding tank over here, which looks like utter rubbish because I've let it go a bit. Don't clean the glass or anything. But and with the stock light on here, things just look really just weird. But my 2 clowns, they're going to be moved over. My Azure Damsel, and I have another fish in here that's a very small cardinal, which will go into the cube tank over here. And the cube tank is going to be moved maybe back over to here with this tank off, you know, onto this stand. Not sure yet, but yeah, over the next couple of days, with the help of my son, we will start getting transferred, get all the rock out of here, catch the fish, and start moving stuff over. Move obviously the coral from here into the holding tank, stroke quarantine tank here. But yeah, so things are moving quickly. I'm gonna wrap the video up. If you enjoyed the video, obviously thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Give us a comment. Any questions? Obviously be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll update you shortly next week, no doubt. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.